So Manchester City have made it to the FA Cup final, but this is the question I need to pose for everyone. And I'm a Manchester City fan, obviously. Everyone knows this by now. But I think the question you need to pose is, should Manchester City, especially in this season, should Manchester City be in these positions, considering the team that we are this season? Should Manchester City be in an FA Cup final? And should Manchester City, with a game in hand, if they win that game, be top of the Premier League table? Should we be in those positions? And realistically speaking, I generally don't think that that's where we should be. I don't think that's where we should be. But we're going to get into that right now. But before we even get that, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to MKB. Welcome back to Mel Knows Ball. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. But Manchester City this season have not been that good. I think it's not a secret. I think everyone is, if you have eyes, you can see that Manchester City this season have not been up for it. They have not been the best team in the league. I don't think they are. I don't think that they are performing at the same standards that we know them to perform at, right? And I think that's very evident considering the games we've had against like the top 6 teams. And or any top team really, right? I think it's very evident in terms of the performances there. Like we just haven't been that team. There are only few games where I looked at the team and I was like, you know what? This was vintage City. I think the only game I can think of was probably the Huddersfield game. I think that's the only game really, maybe a couple Champions League games here and there. But like the Huddersfield game, I think was the only game really. I looked at it and I was like, you know what? This looks like Manchester City to me. This was a Manchester City performance. Because again, I've mentioned this before on the channel, right? Like the only team in the top 6 we've been able to beat is Manchester United. We beat them both legs. And look at the Manchester United team. Like, they're not even that good. Like, we should be beating that team anyways. But you look at the Chelsea team, we got a draw against, I think, two of the games were draws. We lost to Arsenal, and then we drew against them. And then I think Liverpool, I think they were also both draws, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like, we are not playing at that high level where I think we should be in an FA Cup final, where we should be like top of the league or something. I don't think we are playing at a level that we should be in these positions. I mean, I understand that individual brilliance really were kind of carrying us. I mean, yes, obviously the system and how we still play, we still find ways to dominate teams in like possession and creating chances and everything like that. But realistically, I think it's almost because of the system that we have built and the individual players that are kind of like stepping up for us is why we're in these positions. But as a collective, as a team, as a whole, I don't think Manchester City are playing at the level that we know them to play at. This is not the Manchester City way. This Manchester City just feels human. This Manchester City team feels like you can get at them. Like if you just take your chances, you can beat this Manchester City team. Like if you just play proper football, just limit us to our opportunities, just play us on the counter or just play your game more effectively than us, I think you can really beat this Manchester City team. You've seen this against like an Arsenal where realistically it was a stalemate for all, just had one opportunity. Yes, it was deflected goal, but we managed to get that goal and win against us. You look at Real Madrid this season, right? In the second leg of the Champions League, they completely were defensively solid. They were defensively solid for the entire game. Yes, they conceded, but they scored early, and they were able to just hold us at bay at the Etihad. They were able to hold us at bay for that the whole time, and then eventually beat us on penalties. Like this Manchester City team can be got at. You can beat this team. It is possible to beat this team because they don't look like the same team that we know. However, when you look at this game, like I said, all you need to do is take your chances, and you can beat this Manchester City team. And Chelsea did not do that. Chelsea had chance after chance after chance to beat this Manchester City team, and they failed at every opportunity to do that. Nicholas Jackson, I think you should take a lot of responsibility for what happened here. And not him alone, because obviously I think performance-wise, there weren't very good performances from the likes of Enzo Fernandez, from the likes of Caicedo. I don't think Cucurella played very well. Gusto was decent. I think Thiago Silva also pretty okay and everything. But Nicholas Jackson, you had, I think, 3 or 4 clear-cut opportunities to score, and you squandered every last one of those opportunities. And I think that kind of just really sums up Chelsea's season. Like, just I don't particularly think that Chelsea have been dreadfully horrible. I think they can play good football. I think there are times when Pochettino can set up the team in good ways to go and play I think the way he sets them up is really good, but it's just the players are just not executing their plan very well. Because when you look at this game, like the execution of Pochettino plan, I think was pretty good. I think they were able to play their football. They were able to play against Manchester City pretty well, and they were able to create plenty of chances. But then now it's just up to the players to take those chances, and the players did not do that. The players were not able to take the chances that they presented for themselves. Like Nicholas Jackson, again, you had two one-on-one situations, a header where you just headed it straight to the goalkeeper. Like you had the opportunities to kill this game, and they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. City were not good. We were not good in this game. We were not good whatsoever. Like, yes, we had possession. Yes, we controlled the game. But when you look at the opportunities that we created, they weren't even that good. We didn't really create that many opportunities. I mean, even look at the goal itself. I mean, yes, it was somewhat nicely worked and everything like that. But even then, it kind of relied on the deflection to go inside. And then eventually, obviously, that's how we won the game. But realistically, this team is not good. Like, maybe, yes, I can understand. Maybe there's also, for this game in particular, it is a situation of fatigue. Obviously, playing 120 minutes against Real Madrid and then going to penalties, that can be very draining. So you can even see the fatigue in this game, how everyone kind of was just feeling very slow, very, sluggish and everything like that. So I can understand from that point of view. But, man, it's just City this whole season just been like this realistically against the big team. We just haven't been playing very well. But somehow, some way, we found ourselves going to an FA Cup final. So obviously I gotta give my credits, I gotta give credits to the players that performed. Like Bernardo Silva, thanks to you got there. Phil Foden, I didn't really think he had the best of games. I'm looking at Julian Alvarez even too. Like again, I don't particularly think anyone had like an extraordinary game and anything like that. But hey, we managed to get the job done, so that's good, obviously. But there's one player I do want to give credit to, right? And I don't know if for those who have been watching the channel for a while, there was a video, which I'm going to leave somewhere around here, like a link to it or something like that. But there was a video we done where we ranked the top 10 current Premier League players in the season, right? And I think I disrespected someone who I genuinely think has been unbelievable this season. And hell, even in this game, maybe he wasn't his best performance, but he had his moments. He was the only person I thought was giving something for this team, and that's flipping Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer has been one of the best Premier League players this season, and I am sorry for all the disrespect I gave this kid because he is unbelievable. Chelsea right now are where they are because of Cole Palmer. For Manchester City to let go of this kid, right? Obviously, we know, like from what we've heard, right? This kid wanted to play for Mancity, but then obviously wasn't able to play them. So wanted to go out on loan, but then they didn't really want that to happen. So then eventually it resulted in being sold. And for him to go from Manchester City, the treble winning team, right, to go from there to go to Chelsea, who realistically, if you look at this Chelsea team, they'll finish 12th the season before, and to perform at the level that he's performing at is unbelievable. The fact that he is currently joint top goal scorer with Erling Haaland in the Premier League, like, Cole Palmer has really showed the quality that he has, that he's an unbelievable talent, that he is just like, I think Manchester City are kicking themselves right now for the fact that they let someone like this go, because he is the shining light of Chelsea. He is the reason why Chelsea are still competing in certain games. He is the reason why Chelsea are in 8th position, because without him, I don't particularly think that they're at this position. Like, you need to put some respect on Cole Palmer's name because he is unbelievable. He is showing that he's one of the best players in this league right now. And I need to put my hands up high and be like, you know what? Respect to you, kid. Respect to you. You're proving that you're him. You're proving that you're one of the best in this league so far this season. So, hey, I gotta give him respect. I gotta give him his flowers. I gotta give him his props and everything like that. So respect to Cole Palmer and everything like that. But hey, man, like I said, Manchester City made it through. So that's all I'm happy about. As much as I'm very unhappy with how we are this season, hey, I'm still gonna be excited over the fact that we are in an FA Cup final. We are in this position, and hopefully we go on to win it, because I think we're playing against Man United. So obviously, hopefully that happens. Even in the Prem, I didn't really have us winning the Premier League. I've been saying this for a while. I didn't have us winning the Premier League, but considering the fact that now we're knocked out of the Champions League and We are, I think once we win our next game, I think we're playing against Brighton next. If we win that game, then we go top. And if we win our rest of the games, hey, hopefully we go on to carry on and win it, because we know, as much as I say that this is not the same Manchester City, history has shown that once we take that top spot in this latter stages of the season, we've been able to make sure that we finish the job. So hopefully we carry on and we are able to do the 4-piece, because that's all I really want. I just want us to do the 4-piece. I want us to do this, to make history once again. So yeah, guys, I'm curious what you guys think is going to happen in the FA Cup final. Obviously, it's going to be a Manchester derby once again, 2 consecutive seasons. So I'm curious if you guys think Manchester City is going to win it, or it's going to be an upset where Man United are a team that beats us now. So I'm curious what you guys think. So make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for any post notifications, comment down below what you guys think about this FA Cup run. And yeah, man, we out.